Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network and your host, Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? We are live here, dual streaming. We got the homie Apex Leon of TheNuGeekz on here. We are here. We are live. What's going on, bro? How you feeling?
Yo. It's a pleasure to be here. A pleasure to dual stream. Let's get it popping. The world's finest has returned.
You know what's funny? Real quick, before we get started, the weirdest thing is going on. I've been trying to go in your live in the chat on my phone. It is not letting me, bro. That is so weird how it's letting me go to other videos and comment on other stuff. It is not letting me comment, bro. Look, I cannot pull your live chat up. Look, crazy.
That's crazy.
Right? Crazy. Right?
I'm kind of not surprised, man.
Crazy, bro.
We'll get into that another time, but you already know.
Yeah, crazy, bro. Crazy. But anyway, we are live. We are here. We about to have this conversation. Let's go.
That's how you know you're really on YouTube, right?
Yep. Hey,
you really made it, I guess.
Hey, I told you, bro, until they start fucking with your channel, you know. Right? But
yep.
Hey, real quick though, let's go ahead and let's get through this rigmarole and then we'll get started with the chat because I do got a hard out time tonight. We got about an hour and a half at a cook because I got me a ticket to go see Sinners tonight, dog. And you know what I mean? So we got
represent Ryan Coogler.
That we got to go do. You know what I mean? IMAX 70 millimeter. You know, I was just telling Leon, one of them 10 theaters that Ryan Coogler was just talking about in that video recently. You know what I mean? We're gonna be there rocking out. But
Ryan the Cook Coogler.
Right? Yeah. Look, make sure y'all hitting that like, share, subscribe. And on both of these platforms, right? We on the road to 5K. Been doing a great job of showing support from all you guys, man. It's been tremendous. We've been getting a lot of growth, and shouts out to all y'all out there that's been rocking out with the cause and what we've been doing, right? So 100%. Much love to all you guys. Sale ZSJL and Sale Snyderverse to Netflix. Been trending like crazy recently. Crazy momentum. Been getting a lot of stuff done. Man, was real close to even being able to talk to Ben Affleck the other day. That'd have been crazy, right? But man, just make sure that you rock out if you're trying to get that conclusion of Zack Snyder's DC arc over.
We'll get him next time.
Yep, over on the Netflix platform. Be positive. Don't mix the hashtags, and don't tag, mention, or quote tweet anything or anybody over at WBD. Real simple. ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and X are also platforms that you guys should be following and be subscribed to, as all pertinent information will be coming from there, as well as Apex, Neon, and myself. You dig? If you want to sponsor a stream, when you guys give super chats, they're tallied up, and whoever donates the most will have their name scrolling across the bottom of the screen, like the homie CY98 does on this one. And last but certainly not least, tomorrow we got the Rebel Moon Part 2 trending day, man, put together by the madman Rebel Moon Theory, aka the Curly Ray. Much love to that guy, and we gonna make sure that we there tomorrow, rocking out in full force. Anything that you want to add there, Leon, before we kind of get into these topics, bro?
Nothing much. Just I appreciate everybody rocking out on my channel and showing support. You know, my little old channel's little old growing, and they little old trying to mess with it, but it's okay. We're gonna keep chugging along. To all my new geeks and to the homie Sky and his army. You feel me?
Much love, much love. You know, the Jedi Mafia. You know what I'm saying?
The Syndicate Network, as it were.
All right. We got Rebel Moon Theory in the building, in the chat. We got Kobe Tier, Sin Havoc 5150, Mama Bear Doll, Jmar 412.
Yeah, packed house.
Right.
Mama
Batman,
Bear, I see you.
Right. Nessa Noel. What's going on, Nessa?
What up, Nessa?
Sean Franklin. Who else is in here? Venkata. What's going on, Venkata? Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and let's start getting to these topics, bro, because we got some stuff that we got to cook on. Right. First and foremost, today is Superman Day, and I just want to start that off with letting y'all know that Henry Cavill is still the king Superman round here, dog.
Yeah, still the greatest modern day Superman in modern day history. Point blank. Period.
Yes. We will have a Zack Snyder hour coming on Monday. Y'all can look forward to that. But yo, it was so many things that I just had to make fun of in my first stream back, because we got a lot of things to discuss. You know what I'm saying? But we could not just not mention that Henry Cavill was still the king on Superman Day, no less. Like, everybody knows, bro. Like, don't nobody care about this movie that's about to come out. And we're gonna get into that in 1 second. But man, oh man, like, anything that you want to say or add pertaining to the Henry Cavill angle and just the love and outpouring that this guy still gets from all of his fans and the general audiences and his contemporaries as well.
I was about to say his contemporaries and peers, they call him Superman. Whenever they're having an interview or a conversation about him, they don't even say Henry. They say, yeah, Superman is, Superman that, and then they say Henry. You know, it's interesting, man. And shout out to that being pretty much his name from here on out, right? Henceforth, Henry will be known as Henry the Superman Cavill.
Might as well just change his name to Clark, bro.
Facts.
Yeah,
Henry Cavill, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I definitely was gonna say the contemporaries part, bro, because that's what's so crazy to me. Like I said, man, you can fool people that don't know better. You can fool people that are in the audience. You're never gonna be able to fool your peers, man. It's just not gonna happen. It's just
and
not
they
gonna
won't
happen.
even allow it,
right?
Because there's like a culture within them where it's almost like a stickler, you know?
Yeah. Nah, because they know what's up.
Oh,
Everybody
absolutely.
know. Yeah,
And
everybody's
they do
well
naturally,
aware.
right?
Yeah, everybody's well aware of the situation and what happened with Zach and all of these characters and all of this stuff and how it played out. And it is funny just seeing these things come up and how people tend to just add in their own little 2 cents into the situation in their own way, whenever they're given the chance to, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't want to hear people talking shit about BVS Superman after seeing the reveal of a certain monster. Well, who got revealed? The kaiju? I don't know, man. That movie looks trash, bro.
I have not been keeping up with any of the reveals or anything at all for that movie. I'm
That
just
movie
so
looks
uninterested
trash,
in it.
bro. Yeah. J-Mar said, I hear WB scared that Coogler is doing something that will ruin the studio system for some reason. Can anyone verify that? I will. We can kind of touch on that when we get to the Mike Deluca and Pam Abdy situation, because I think it kind of plays into that.
So J-Mar, remind us. We'll touch on that.
Right. Oh, I guess they show the kaiju. You said kaiju looks like ET, so I don't hear about. BBS Doomsday. Yeah, nah, bro, we know
the turtle crap and all that.
Well, we know, bro, from like Doomsday to Steppenwolf, right? Like we know that
Facts, bro.
The designs, bro. Like, come on, man, bro. The downgrade from Zach's Steppenwolf to Justice League, bro, was so crazy, and we had no idea, bro. Right? We had no idea what Steppenwolf really looked like. Just think about
Facts. We caught a glimpse in Ultimate Edition, right? And
Right.
that glimpse was like pretty chilling. But then we still didn't, we didn't know the full extent of how badass this character was going to be,
Yeah, man. Yeah, not at all, bro. And oh my goodness, just the creature design is off the chain, off the charts. Man, all the stuff in what's the name? Krypton, right? With the what's the little dragon thing name that he was riding? Harako or something. I don't know. But
I want to say Helix, but that was the robot. Oh my God. Somebody in the chat.
Yeah, what was the
flying dragon?
The flying dragon that Jor-El was riding. What was his name? It was like Harako or something. I don't know. But just dope designs all around, bro. And so to get just this downgrade and everything, dog. Yeah, Haraka. Yeah. I think that's what it was.
Shout out to the chat.
See, we knew what was up, bro, right? But just to have this downgrade at every single level, bro, from like the cinematography to the costumes, bro, the visual effects, the creature designs, the production designs, just everything, dude. Like it's such a downgrade. I don't think you can find one thing that you can truly say has been better than anything that was marketed leading up to Man of Steel. Not one thing, bro.
Better or even matching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even close, bro.
Right. Like not even close. And look, the thing is, like, if that's the point of your film, because you're trying to make some sort of a distinct difference, then just own that shit. Because like, to try to pretend like it's, oh my God, this is actually high quality, or to try to pretend that high quality is somehow overproducing. I keep hearing that phrase and seeing that phrase here and there. Oh, the DCU was overproduced. Like, what the hell overproduced?
What does that even mean, dog? The Batman was overproduced. How about that?
How about that? How about that? That's real talk. Real talk.
Overindulgence.
Right.
Cinematography.
Right. How dare you care about sound design?
Right. Oh my god, bro. Crazy. Nah, man. I don't think that there's one thing that you can point to in the lead up of this film that has been marketed as being better than anything that we saw before Man of Steel came out. And at that point, I mean, at this point, that's all that we can really compare it to is before Man of Steel came out. The hype was more there, yo. I don't care what y'all say. Could you imagine
100%.
if that Man of Steel teaser dropped like right now?
It'd be earth shattering.
Right? Come on, man.
Do y'all remember when Zach posted the bank picture for the very first time ever?
Crazy, bro.
He did it again today, which is awesome. An awesome callback. And that damn near broke the internet.
Right. Hey, but no.
You see how many impressions that shit has?
I wonder why.
Crazy.
I wonder why Zach might have posted that. Crazy, right? Crazy.
Yep. Isn't that funny? The first image that we see of Man of Steel was that same image.
Interesting.
And it felt like such a blessing, bro, because I was like, oh my, I don't see Trunks. Please tell me when he stands up straight, there's not going to be Trunks. And there weren't. Bro. I was like, oh my God.
Yes,
he got rid of him.
Bruh. I see. And then it's so funny because, look, we about to get into this thing in 1 second because this kind of leads into this. But it's so funny seeing James Gunn try to like double back and be like, oh, I actually see why he took the trunks off. Then he tried to put it on Corn Sweat, bro. I'm like, dog, everybody and they mama knew your Superman was going to have trunks, bro. We all knew that.
Facts, bro. He did a dumbass poll.
We all knew that. We all knew that, bro.
And stuck to the poll. And then he put the biggest version of the trunks on the dude. Bro, if you pay attention to any live action Superman ever, those are the biggest versions of them bruh.
Right. Hold up. Now let's kind of go into this topic real quick because I want to kind of mine this out quite a bit, right? We have a situation where, you know, this was news maybe like a week ago, but I've been busy, as y'all see. I was trying to put the Affleck stuff together, bro. I ain't on front, man. I was kind of down, dog. I was like, man, we really did that, bro.
I feel, bro, and
you know I mean,
get to talk to you afterwards. I felt bad because I was like, man, I gotta call the homie. I ain't even because we usually talk hell out of the water about this.
Nah,
but you had to go do something.
Yeah,
and we ain't even talk.
Nah, bro. But yeah. Is so with that being the case, it's our first time kind of talking about it, right? But yeah, dude, this guy is having to do reshoots on Superman. I'm hearing that he had to cut 20 minutes from the movie. Dog, like, what do you think about that? And what kind of get to the other side?
Just 2 hours as it is.
I heard it was a little bit over to it. No, bro, I think it was over. I think it was around 2:20. If I'm not mistaken. Right?
Wow. So he had to cut off. Wow.
Right? And we'll get to the other part of that conversation in 1 second, but you want to just kind of touch on this part of it first, that he's going to have to do reshoots and there could possibly be some rewrites and, and him having to cut 20 minutes. Like,
I mean,
what do you think?
I'm not surprised one bit. Here's the thing, though. You remember the conversation that was always being had and the narrative that was put out ahead of time when he first took over, which was that whatever he does is like final word, essentially, right? I'm paraphrasing, but essentially it meant there was going to be no reshoots because whatever he does is what they're going to accept. You remember that, right?
Yep.
What month and day is it?
Wait a minute. Hold on. So, wait a minute. So, look. So, he had to do reshoots before.
Yep.
Right? And now he having to do some more reshoots.
Again. Yeah. Yo, I forgot about that.
Yes, bro. He already did
reshoots.
They did reshoots.
Right. Because that's what brought the conversation back up again.
Yes.
How much power he doesn't have.
Yes, bro.
Damn, I completely forgot about that. Wow.
Right? Yeah. Reshoots 3 months before the film comes out. Yeah, man. Right? He said it was 2 hours and 20. Yeah. They told him to cut 20 minutes and do reshoots, dog.
That's crazy.
But look, we been the ones saying, yo, this movie probably about to be trash and they ain't got no faith in this shit, right? And they've been calling us crazy, dog. Right? The Robert Meyer Burnett's, the people that just see, because I see what the play is, right? Like, if they've been having some of these YouTubers, and this is what the play always is. We almost participated in the play.
Facts.
Right? When we was rocking with that other dude, they be having people and they be covering this stuff and they be talking shit and they be talking, oh yeah, James Gunn, this, that, right? And then right at the last second, they, oh, well, actually, I'm hearing Superman's awesome. It's epic. Actually, right? And it's like, okay, dog, like, sure, gathering all these people up just to eventually turn them.
What's crazy is, bro, we're hearing nothing but like, oh yeah, man. It's like a tug of war of narrative. Warner Brothers is cool with it, and they want it and they love it, but then at the same time, they're middling in terms of their reaction to the film. It's like they don't want people to know that they really ain't rocking with this movie because they already knew ultimately they were going to have to do another round of reshoots.
Yeah,
it's crazy, bro.
Crazy, bro. Another round. Right.
The wild part
I
is
thought that this shit was dope, though, bro. I thought that
I thought it was done.
Right. It's gonna make $1 million. Ain't that what Robert Meyer Burnett said? He said, oh, no, $1 billion.
$1 billion, yeah.
With a B. Excuse me. Let me quote him correctly. Right? He said it was gonna make $1 billion. He
better hope his job don't
great.
do a piss test, because that's not something a drug addict would say. A drug addict, excuse me, would say.
The WPD started panicking back in October. Comic-Con was an eye opener. Bruh, it seemed like they've been pressing that damn button, bro. Like, and I think that they've been trying to press that button in more than one way. That's why we here having this conversation, right? Because, bruh, I think they know this shit about to flop, dog. Right? Now, let's get into this angle of it, right? Because I've been seeing, oh my God, y'all, see James Gunn forced to have to do reshoots. He might have to change his script. Did James Gunn get sabotaged? Is this like this one?
They're trying to set him up for him to be,
oh my God, him to be the next Zack Snyder, dog.
Exactly,
bro. They about to say James Gunn's the next Zack Snyder, dog.
Hashtag release the gun cut.
Gun cut. I swear to God.
Oh my God. I slapped the shit out of anybody. Oh my God.
Ooh. Oh my God, bro. Right? You know it's coming, bro. Release the gun cut. Right, bruh. He's being sabotaged, dog. Them telling him to rein this movie in, bro, is sabotage, dog. You ain't know?
Yeah, man. It has absolutely nothing to do with the egregious humor, that atrocious suit, the bad wigs,
the granny panties, the afro.
Facts.
Bruh, that afro is offensive.
Facts, bro. It's the damn hate crime.
Bro,
racism.
Bro, that afro, that shit is reverse racism. Bruh, that shit is ridiculous, bro. Come on, man. Ain't nobody know that shit wasn't gonna hit. Nobody knew.
They ain't got no black people on set to tell them.
Let
me stop.
They said, and the visceral lips, dog. Not the visceral lips. Oh my
bro. God. Frank C. Viscera.
Viscera.
Took it
If
back to
you know, you
wrestling.
know, bro. Oh my God. I'm picturing old school Viscera too, with the whole black suit on, you know what I mean? The whole John. Right?
Oh, not yeah, not Mabel. That's when he transitioned to Viscera.
Yeah, bro. We were the Ministry of Darkness, dog.
Can't stand this man for that, bro. He's too many some characters, bro. Fucking Viscera, dog. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yo. Oh my goodness.
That's wild.
Crazy, bro. Just say no to Gunn. Nah, man, bro, it's crazy, dude. We are supposed to believe that James Gunn is he's the victim again, bro. Right?
Bro, that's why. Okay, I saw this video. This popular TikToker, he's a Snyder guy named Seba. He put out this video, and he was trying to like, I don't inadvertently or whatever, planting seeds to like, for Gunn. Maybe he's being sabotaged or something to that nature. And I was like, no. I jumped in them comments. I'm like, no, because he posted it on Twitter too. We ain't doing that, bro. We're not doing. I gave him the world's smallest violin. Oh, poor James. No, we're not doing that, bro. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Crazy.
Nah. He made his bed. He'll lay in it. He knew what was up, man. This guy is not some innocent dude, bro. Like that's that. Because I already know where this is going. You know what I'm saying? Like the next topics, bro. So man, let me chill.
Nah, it's crazy, right? It's crazy that there's this narrative that, like, because on one hand, he got hired in secret and has been in control for way longer than anybody is willing to give him credit for. And then on the other hand, he's this victim of circumstance, you know what I'm saying? Who like is at fault for nothing, right? It's crazy, bro.
He said out of his own mouth on social media,
everything comes through me.
Everything comes through him.
Everything comes.
He was put ahead of the next topic we'll talk about at some point, Mike and Pam. Now all of a sudden, it's crazy, bro.
Crazy, right? Crazy how that worked, bro.
That's wild work right there.
You know what I mean? Bro, that's nasty work, right?
Nasty.
On one hand, right? Well, wait a minute. I'm sorry. This shit is just too apropos, bro. This shit is just too apropos.
You see this all the time at the level of a top producer who, between them or separately, will make flop after flop after flop after flop. I'm not going to name them, but I know who they are. And they're not all American either. And they still get paid huge sums of money for being in films that nobody wants to see. And producers make pictures out of which they take enormous sums of money. And the films, again, are not films people want to see. They're always going to blame somebody else. Always. Not their fault. No, you were the one who said, or whatever. And there's a word for that. It's called upward failure. You see it all the time.
Flop after flop after flop after flop. Oh my God, bro. This is hilarious, bro. Oh my God, bro. This is what's so funny, right? Is that you got people so willing to deny reality, right? They're willing to twist and turn each and every single situation to fit whatever narrative that they need. If they need James Gunn to be all powerful at DC and to be giving notes on for everything, then it's like, yo, everything's under his thumb and everything's under his rule, right? It's all good, right? But then if shit's not going his way, then it's like, oh no, but everybody's out to get him and he's in the same boat, and WBD is just the ones that keep doing this with their creators and all that stuff, right? It's like, yo, okay, if that's the case, then it can't be both of these things at the same time, bro. Just can't be. You know what I mean? You guys are continuously having to be on the back foot and fucking defend whatever comes out of these fucking situations, bro. Whether it's like, oh my god, people just aren't interested in superhero movies right now, and there's all this superhero movie fatigue, and that's why people are upset. Oh, it's just the Snyder Bros, when in fact it's been like general audience members and people clowning this shit on Joe Rogan and just all kind of comedians blasting it, right? But no, none of that shit is ever. It's like, oh my god, they're all Snyder fans, or oh, bruh, they was in my chat calling Joe Rogan and them right wing and said, like, what the fuck that got to do with anything, bro? Right? Like, yo, it can't just be that people aren't rocking with this movie and that the people that do tend to like his stuff are a very small group of people that just are fans of him, like outside of the MCU, bro. Like, we're gonna have to count the results, bro, of everything that are is that's outside of the MCU. You can't just rely on that, bro. Like, imagine if Ryan Coogler, you know what I mean, just had movies that kept underperforming outside of his MCU and him doing Black Panther, right?
Right.
Would he still be, you know what I mean, like getting all these opportunities? You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. This dude got some successful projects under the MCU, a banner of some shit that multiple projects have hit $1 billion outside of his films. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Crazy, bro.
Yeah, my thing is too, like all the little critics, you know what I'm saying, that are online and in the chat, like,
yep,
just argue with the actual points that are being made. You know what I'm saying? Forget how you feel about us. Forget how you feel about, you know, the vessel in which these opinions are coming from. Just grapple with the damn opinions, which are coming from actual events.
Facts, bro.
Reshoots are occurring because of what's being said right now. They're unhappy with what they're seeing. This is the second round of reshoots. What the hell? That's nothing to do with how anyone feels about us. And then you also have to grapple with the fact that the general audience aren't fired up about this. They're just literally not. And anybody of a celebrity status that has discussed it has either, you know, gave it a little slap on the wrist while saying, oh, yeah, I kind of like James Gunn. Like that was, I've heard that said a couple of times after clowning it. And then there's the extreme opposite reaction, which is this shit looks trash. Where's the Snyder? Where's Zack Snyder, basically, right? Where's Henry Cavill? These are celebrities. These aren't like, we're not talking your everyday average quote unquote Snyder bro. We're just talking about the reaction from people who are of a celebrity of some sort. Ari Spears being one that comes to mind, right? So it's like, come on, man. I don't know. It's funny, man.
Crazy.
We're not the ones that have a disconnect from reality. We're just we're telling you what's actually occurring. I'm very confused.
Now, watch this, right? Because this is exactly what you were just talking about, bro, about them not grappling with the points. This guy says the last original film Coogler made was Fruitvale. Everything else is MCU. First of all, he made Creed, which revived a dead franchise with an original idea, a movie that would not have been made, right? And has literally gone on to produce 2 sequels, which also, if I'm not mistaken, the last one didn't even have the original star in it. And I think that one made the most out of all of them. So you've been able to revive a dead franchise with an original idea, right? By taking the son of Apollo Creed, you know what I'm saying? And then he was to say Creed was Rocky, but no, you don't want it.
Why are we playing semantics with who cares?
right?
What's your point
you
on
see
that?
what I mean, bro?
He has
You
a
see what I
million.
mean?
Who cares? That's great.
You see what
We
I
don't
mean,
care.
bro?
No, you
Bro.
said original. You started off with that.
Yeah, you said
You started
original.
saying something about
I
original. Who
said
gives a shit?
outside
It's
of the
successful
MCU.
films.
I said
Exactly.
outside of
Period.
the MCU, dog.
Period.
But no, reality doesn't matter. It don't matter what we say. All I said was, hey, this guy has not been successful outside of the MCU, which proves my fucking point, bro.
Facts.
Outside of the MCU, so hey, there you go. And if I'm not mistaken, wouldn't Fruitvale Station like go for like some Oscars or some shit? Bro, get out of here. They're not even in the same fucking class of filmmaker. See? Bro, the semantics, bro. The attempted elevation of this guy. This shit is so weird to me, dog. You see how like when you can like have these conversations, right? And you can be talking about auteurs and all this stuff, right? People put people in these fucking conversations, right? James Gunn calls himself a visionary. Don't nobody fucking call that guy no visionary, dog. I've never heard any other filmmakers just referencing him in like other conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never heard any like serious talks of any like cinema people, and they turn around and be like, "Oh my god, you know what? You know who's an auteur or like actually needs to be put down in a great pantheon of filmmakers and people that have brought new things to cinema." James, it hasn't fucking happened, dog.
Facts. Yeah, he doesn't have some sort of
never gonna happen,
signature, bro. Or some sort of. There's nothing that you can go, oh man, this film here revolutionized, the next generation of filmmakers, or inspired, I should say, the next generation of filmmakers. Like you're never gonna hear Christopher Nolan or what's my man, James Cameron, Denis Villeneuve. You're never gonna hear any of these people discuss James Gunn in this manner, bro. Like he gets discussed by like lowbrow, shallow,
and people that like weird ass humor, bro. Like
exactly,
it's like a very, very small niche, bro.
Right.
Very, very niche audience, dog. It's always been that way. Outside of the MCU, you know what I mean?
Hold on, I'm gonna highlight this comment real quick. Never gonna hear Zach what? But I just want to clarify before I go in. Never gonna hear what?
I guess people
don't even give him that.
Nah, because
Zach what?
Let me
be brought up by people of that caliber. I just want to clarify before and chat. Don't give him the answer.
Hold on. Let me see if I still got that picture.
Hey, goofball, dummy in the chat, who's just a hater, who clearly. This is the thing. Like it's almost like talking to people. I'm just gonna be plain about it. It's like talking to people about a topic that they know nothing of.
Right. Hold up. I'm about to pull that quote up from. You know
what?
Just
pull it.
Just do it on here.
Yeah.
That's because you already know. The first one that I'm about to go to, dog. Right. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Let's see. He says nobody brings up Zach when we're talking about that kind of stuff, right? Right. Okay. Watch this, bro. See, that's why I like when you guys have these people in the chat, right? And that we don't get rid of them, because they allow us to have moments like these, right? Where we can pull this stuff up. We can pull the receipts and we can just calmly show, right, that, hey, there's no superhero science fiction film coming out these days where I don't see some influence from Zach. Nolan said, when you watch a Zack Snyder film, you see and feel his love for the potential of cinema.
With your goofy ass.
But nah, this don't count, guys. This don't count because Nolan, right? Because I guess he's not enough of an auteur, bro. He's not enough of a bro, he said so. Zack Snyder's like, bro,
the argument.
He refuses.
I said
He refuses.
Use Zack as someone who is a revolutionary in the industry. That's what I was saying.
Bro,
You
these people are fucking
dumb
insane.
And say other shit. I can't help it if you're an idiot and you have no comprehension skills and you want to twist things. You're like a weirdo ex who never wants to lose an argument. Like you just twist words, you know?
Bro, I had to go on mute. Bro,
what a goof.
Bro, he said, don't nobody talk about Zack like that, guys. And then when I pull up Christopher Nolan talking about Zack, he said, oh, so Zack's better than Nolan, huh?
It's like arguing with an ex.
Yo, that shit is so weird, bro. Oh my God, dog. Nessa said even Ryan Coogler based his name more off of Zack's version of Aquaman. Bro, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing, bro? He said, I'm the idiot. Mama Bear said, at least we agree on something.
Exactly. Right. Here's the thing.
Oh my God, bro.
The same thing I tell an ex. Blow me and beat it. And you're done.
Crazy, bro. Bro,
we don't need
nobody talking about Zack like that. And then we pull it up and he like, oh, so Zack Snyder's better than Nolan, huh? He said, look, ASAP said James Cameron mentioned Zack with the Ridley Scotts and Scorsese's, right? Yep. Oh my God, bro.
Yep. No, it doesn't matter what we think, RJ. His effing peers say this about him. Doesn't matter. James Cameron, you know, the billionaire, the $1 billion guy, the $1 billion auteur. You know, that guy, Christopher Nolan, the $1 billion auteur.
Crazy.
Who cares, bro? Who cares that you're nobody in the chat?
All right. Crazy, bro. Oh my God. He gonna say
straight 5 figures if you're lucky. I'm guessing per year.
Bro,
barely.
This motherfucker said, don't nobody talk about Zack like that. And then I pull it up. He like, oh, bro, that shit killed me, bro. I can't believe that, dog.
I'm not even trying to sound elitist like that.
I can't believe that, dog.
I'm just saying, like, how many movies does James Cameron have to do that make $1 billion? And how many does Nolan have to do to make $1 billion? How many generations do these men have to influence before their word means something? But we're supposed to listen to some nobody in the chat who barely scrapes 5 figures a year. Like, which one am I? Which one am I deciding here to roll with here, chat? The auteurs or the nobody in the chat? Like, it's just weird. No, guys, you guys are coping.
Yeah, it's y'all. You guys are the weirdos.
Nobody.
Even though I am supporting a pedo enthusiast at best. Right? Coming in here, bro. This shit is crazy.
Goofy.
Dog. Crazy. Oh.
Don't believe James Cameron or Christopher Nolan, even though I have all their movies.
And then they turn around. Oh, so Zack Snyder is better than Nolan, huh? Zack Snyder is better than Cameron, huh?
No, but they would both agree, which they already have, that Zack Snyder's on their level.
Facts.
Because that's what they said. That's not what I'm saying. That's what they're saying.
Hilarious.
And don't even pay attention to that channel that he mentioned in the chat. Who gives a damn? Like, who does that? Are you his girlfriend or something? Like, are y'all related? Are you his, like...
Oh, matter of fact, I'm serious, mods. Next time somebody promote another stream in the chat, y'all can't ban them. We ain't doing that.
Snipe them, bro.
We ain't doing that, dog. We ain't coming in my chat. You know what I mean?
You see this account.
I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. Anybody marketing other streams in my chat is getting bounced from here on out. Ain't no more free promotion over here.
Goofy ass. I can't. Yeah, Hey, see why I had to, bro, because I can't have brokies coming up in here acting like they moving something. Believe a brokey.
Yeah.
Why? For what?
Brokies. All of them. Ooh, oh my god. Anyway, bro.
Clowns, bro.
Like we were saying, dog. See, we can't even have these conversations, right? But let me get to CY super chat because I ain't about to let that go, bro. Is CY with the $20 super chat saying not just that, but when's the last time an actual visionary called themselves a visionary? It's textbook narcissism on Gunn's part. By the way, visionaries don't do studio mandated reshoots. Hashtag Sell Snyder. Shout out to CY98, man. Oh my god.
Hey, spit facts, bro.
Let me go ahead and give you this drop, and we'll be back in a second. Y'all already know which one because it's a gun stream, so we got to get this shit in once at least.
Hold on, Drake. You ain't gonna say nothing else before, we continue the party?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just need a moment of silence for this. Psst. I see dead people.
Mustard on a beat, how deep, bro. Any rap nigga, he a freak, though. Man down, call an ambulance, tell him free, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like, what's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many I really got? Mean it's too many options. Finna spaz on his body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogie man, I'm the one that up the score with him. Walking down, whole time I know he got some pulling him, extra shit, bully that throwing him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they're in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand down. And party at the party playing with his notes now. And Papa got a real tape, why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedestal. God, fuck him up. I'ma do myself. Why you pulling like a bitch, ain't you? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably
they not like us. 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 They not like us.
Bruh, that shit is so apropos, man. I can't lie, bro. Every time, dog. Every single time, bro.
Because they not like us. They not like us on so many levels.
I hear you like I'm young.
Say James.
You like I'm young, bro. Crazy. Nah, but back to this point, man. Look, I think it's very telling that these reshoots is happening. You got people trying to spin the narrative saying, oh my God, that James Gunn is some victim of WBD now. Right? While at the same time being in charge for longer than we knew. Really weird, right? Just weird energy.
Yeah. Both a king and a victim at the same time. Interesting.
The king and the pauper.
I was just about to say the king and the pauper. That's so funny. I swear to God, that's so funny. I was just about to say that.
The king and the pauper at the same time.
Damn time.
Bro, How, bro?
Where
How?
do that at?
You ain't got the answers.
You ain't got
Sway.
the answers.
You
Sway.
ain't got the answers, dog.
Wow, bro. Mm-mm-mm.
Crazy. Nah, man. This is a crazy situation, and we ain't about to let this shit go by unspoken about. Now, let's go ahead and get into the main topic because we do have that hard out time. Mike Deluca and Pam Abdy, dog. I feel like this is the real conversation, right? Because I've noticed this. There's been a huge push recently. It's a kind of The King and the Pauper, perfect title for a James Gunn biopic directed by his good friend Zack Snyder. Anyway, right? No, like there's been this push to really kind of put a lot of the blame on what's been going on Mike Deluca and Pam Abdy. I feel like this conversation is very weird because, as we're going to talk about, like, not only do I think it's very obvious who the problem is with these things, right? But also, just the timing of this, it just all kind of seems weird to me. What do you kind of want to open up with, Leon, on this topic?
I'd just like to say that, you know, the initial reaction from certain accounts online that kind of bit the bait, if you will, in terms of this topic of, you know, Mike Deluca and Pam Abdy, I was a little, I don't want to say surprised. I was disappointed. Even accounts that I know I don't agree with and we don't like one another, I was still disappointed to see just how quickly they bit the bait. And it really makes me wonder whose hand is up their rear, if you will, you know, who's moving their mouth. Because I'll say this, like, Pam and Mike facilitated one of the greatest events in Zach's, you know, his filmography history, right? History as a filmmaker. And that was full circle. They were thanked profusely by Zach, Deborah, and the Snyder family, colleagues, associates, everybody that was in attendance. Thanked them profusely. So,
shout out to Wes.
Shout out to Wes.
Wes. I'm sorry, man.
No,
Wes is dope, bro.
Yeah, he's the man. He's the man. Shout out to Wes. If you're listening, if you're watching, you the man. So it's like, to have any sides of the fandom just kind of flip the script, I don't know, man. Like, I would just caution everybody, if they're genuine, right? If you're not being disingenuous and you don't have puppeteers and you don't have strings, right? Don't have such a knee-jerk reaction. Just relax and go do some research if you care and you're that passionate. You know what I mean? Because I just don't understand how we have Zach and Deborah Snyder and the crew champion Pam Abdy and Mike Deluca, and then fast forward to this time frame that we're in, and everybody just start crashing out like, oh my God, they're the secret enemies and culprits.
Right before this Superman movie come out, that seems to be about to fucking flop.
Boom.
Right? Crazy,
Boom.
bro.
Right.
Crazy, bro.
So if anything, like, you just gave me another angle there. Why would you be upset at Pam Abdy and Mike Deluca if the Superman film flops? If you're a Zack Snyder fan, that should be all a part of the plan.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
Because obviously they didn't want to roll with what Mike and Pam wanted to do.
Right. Crazy, bro. Bruh, it's wild, right? Like, this whole thing, it seems very
which was
eerily,
seemingly to bring back the Snyderverse. I just want to add that part, but go ahead.
Bro, it seems very eerily similar to The Rock and Black Adam.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
It seems eerily similar, like right around the time that movie came out. Everybody flipped on $7, you know, and was, oh my God, $7. Right? The Rock tried to take over DC. The Rock. His plan, his ego. Y'all want to talk about The Rock's fucking ego, Crazy how that conversation just seems to have went away. Egos, right? Because The Rock wasn't about to be fucking writing, directing, producing every goddamn thing, bro.
That's another angle. So
right?
if you tried to blame The Rock, right, but now you're trying to say Pam and Mike were all the villain all along.
What's the fucking?
So do you owe The Rock an apology now? Because he was actually trying to bring back Henry, and apparently he got blackballed by somebody. Like, that's my thing. Like, this whole secret villain behind the scenes, and it's The Rock, it's Pam and Mike, but it's never the fucking obvious guy in the center of this all. It's never him at all.
Crazy, bro. It's crazy,
and
right?
If it's not James, cool. If all three of these entities are innocent bystanders, and if it's not him, if all four of them are innocent, it's got to be somebody.
It's got to be fucking
at the top,
bro. This is crazy, bro.
Y'all keep dancing around talking about Mike and Pam. They hired James to do blah, blah in secret, blah, blah, blah. First of all, that wasn't too big of a secret because we were talking about it on various platforms. After he got hired and it was announced, we had already unraveled all of that.
Facts.
We had already rolled out the info on all of that.
Facts.
We did it recently with the freaking DCU timeline.
We did it recently.
On my channel, Smoking Gun, and on his channel, The Conspiracy of Gun and the DCU. We did a dual stream on that already.
Yeah, bruh. And then let's get into this whole because I also want to touch on that, right? Is this whole they hired them in secret or whatever, right? Okay. First of all, that comment to me personally read as he was talking about the company, right? I have worked in corporate environments for quite some time, and Leon can probably attest to this as anybody else that's worked in a corporate environment.
Mm-hmm.
I have never had a hand in hiring whoever was going to be over me or replace me in my position ever. Like, those fucking conversations are always dealt with above me, right? Can you be in a situation where you're asked to train somebody that is going to take your position? Absolutely. But I've never heard of hiring their fucking superior, right? Like, oh, I'm going to hire this guy, and then I'm not even going to be able to have any input on whatever the hell that he's doing, and he's going to be able to override what the fuck I got to say. I've just never heard of that kind of situation. Now, maybe that is the case, but I don't think it is here, because this guy has literally said this entire time, yo, hey, man, wait, we was hearing back then that shit was between Zaslav and him anyway, bro. So this whole, like, first of all, Mike and Pam Abdy wanted to be head of DC Studios.
And they were for a moment.
Bruh, come on, man.
And then they made it openly official that it was James Gunn. And then it was supposed to be that they were supposed to have filter control of the film output and production output. And that got taken away from them. This is all shit that's been reported. And now all of a sudden they're the bad guys they're the reason why Zach. First of all, we're not doing that. Zach was out way before they got there.
Crazy, bro.
And I'm not even trying to pretend like I give a shit about them personally. I don't know them personally.
Me either.
I just know that what the facts look like. And until I see some hard evidence and proof that they were the ones that did something and not some out of context clip, or not clip, but out of context writing from an article, it's very convenient that they try to snip it and make it look all small, so where we just see one little bold question and one little answer with no context before or after to try to make them look bad. It's like what they're trying to do with Ben Affleck and this whole and the conversation with him in the DCEU.
Yep, that's why I felt it was important to be at that Accountant 2 thing, and why I was trying to get up there and get that question, just because of shit like that, bro. And we all know what he would have said if I would have asked him that question, right? But it's like, yo, man, that should tell you. Why should we have to go debunk these fucking people, bro? This shouldn't even have to be the case, but it is.
Facts.
Right? That's why I low-key don't want to hear about these fucking. Everybody be trying to tell me about these fucking content creators and what they got to say and Variety, the Hollywood Reporter. I've personally debunked everybody you want to fucking name. Personally.
I did that yesterday and today.
Personally.
About Ben Affleck specifically. And yes, Scott has done it numerous times.
Personally. Right?
When he asked the questions that he asked Zack Snyder in many different forms.
Personally.
You remember what happened?
Crazy.
When we were going into Full Circle, we talked about this so many times. We were going into Full Circle with accounts that we thought were legit, telling us, you know, oh yeah, it's gonna be his swan song. He gonna come out there and say, hey man, you know what I'm saying? This is it for me, guys. I'm Zack Snyder. We got this event going and we done, y'all. That's the narrative. A farewell tour.
The fuck.
It wasn't that at all. And before
all your favorite content creators was running with that narrative. All of them.
Literally. Quite disappointing. We have been the Syndicate Network, Skywalker the Jedi, Apex, Leon, and TheNuGeekz, the Cool Table. We've all been the most consistent with this. Not because we just want to be and we're trying to turn, we're trying to ignore the truth. No. The truth is that Zach has never given up on this. And there's been a lot of things going on behind the scenes that are very complex. It's very complex. I'm not going to sit here and act like Pam Abdy and Mike DeLuca are the villains of the story. It's too damn complicated to just say that. That's insane.
Wait, and look, because here's the part that I want to bring into. This is the part of the conversation that I want to have, right, personally. Because out of the two, Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy and Peter Safran and fucking James Gunn, right? Who's been more successful? Right?
Out of the two entities?
They've been in charge for quite some time. They've had quite a few movies come out, bro. Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy made over $1 billion with Barbie, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
Minecraft is in theaters kicking ass right now. Right, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But yet, none of that matters. None of that shit matters, bro. What?
Sorry.
Oh shit. He said, "Look up." He said, "Look up Gunn's tweets." He said, "Look up Gunn's tweets." Mute. Look up. Oh my god.
Oh, they done messed up now,
bro.
Using that,
man. Bro, crazy, bro. Bro, yeah. No. That's the new narrative, bro. Look up Gunn's tweets.
There
bro,
we go.
But nah, that's crazy, bro. Bruh, that's crazy, right? That they get to have all of these wins, and because of a few films that didn't live up to expectations, even Joker 2, which they were really kind of upset about, and they even spoke about that, right? But then James Gunn had notes.
Bro. So,
right?
So Warner Brothers wants to pretend like they're upset about fail. Bro, that's been their thing for years. Even in their heyday, they had banging ass successes and some flops. That's called movie making.
Crazy, bro. Crazy, bro.
What? It's called movie making.
Crazy, bro. But usually when you get some wins and some $1 billion wins and shit, like that should be looked at. Bruh, I know it's crazy when people trying to downplay Minecraft making money, dog. This is so weird, bro. This is so weird. It's the DC shit that's super underperforming. Bruh, people, look.
Facts.
They was in here trying to fucking make fun of sinners. I think that's weird because, hey, look, just out here from what I've been seeing in LA, I can't speak for everybody else. Everybody's hyped for this fucking movie. I I got
nobody dumping on sinners, bro.
that's what I'm saying,
man,
dog. It's
get
so
outta here.
weird.
Horror movie fans are going crazy for that movie
Bro,
right now.
it's been all kind of people that's been sitting there. Oh my God, this movie's gonna flop. It's gonna flop. You know, there's a huge black audience that is going to go see this movie that I just think people just aren't really giving a shit about, right? And not really looking into at all. I think that they would that would be a mistake, you know, Ryan Coogler and anyway. But nah, dude, it's just funny. Like if Sinners continues to make money, or if it does a good job and it brings in a bunch of money, and this conversation is still going on, I think that this is gonna be funny as hell, dog. Because like, how can you be trying to pin all these like trying to pin the failures of the DC shit on somebody that is literally having $1 billion, bruh. Minecraft's probably gonna hit $1 billion, dog. It's some kids throwing popcorn as we speak, bro. They're throwing popcorn as look, another bucket just got thrown, Leon.
Crazy.
They in there chicken jockey, right? Yep. Crazy, bro.
As stupid as it is, I mean, they still showed up and showed out, right? Like, and they're about to march that movie to possibly $1 billion. I don't know,
bro. Possibly $1 billion. I think it had a bigger, I think it had a bigger opening than the Super Mario Brothers movie, which is crazy.
Sheesh.
But that don't matter, right, bro? It's wild. All because of some DC shit. Bruh, we ain't going for it, dog. Ain't no, bruh, you cannot look, I asked for this shit in that article. Bro, can James Gunn's box office results only be, you know, can they take the blame for that or credit?
No, like this isn't. Here's the thing: you can't make this guy in charge of DC Studios. He could have chosen another writer and director. That's on him. He would be to blame, not them. Am I right?
Yeah.
Isn't he the co-head? He could have hired a writer and director to take over the franchise. Hell, he could have brought back a guy who already put out a banger and, you know, had a successful science fiction film on another platform. I mean, could have brought that guy back.
The South Cali guy said, I saw Sinners today, bro. I'm going after this stream, dog. I got me a ticket. IMAX 70 millimeter, bro. 1 of the 10. One of the 10, dog.
Check it out.
I'm telling y'all, go watch that Ryan Coogler little video, that 10-minute video, which was super dope.
Don't.
Huh?
Nah, don't, because I don't want you taking my tickets. I'm greedy.
Oh, he said, nah, bro, because you're going to put out. No, I wasn't going to show it because, like,
I'm messing with you.
It's too long. You know what I'm saying?
No, I ain't talking about you. I'm talking to them.
Yeah.
Don't go watch the video because I don't want y'all knowing where them special theaters are. You know what I'm saying? You might get in bad boy
theaters, it's 10 theaters, bruh.
Shout out to Ryan Coogler.
Bruh, I saw the theater tickets for like the show, bro. It's crazy at the Universal, bro. It's crazy at a few places, bro. It's like hella tickets being sold, bro. So I don't know.
Ain't nobody believing some goofball in the chat talking about Sinners is mid, bro. Ain't nobody believing that. Who hating on Sinners? That's crazy.
Crazy, bro. Bruh, it's like they want this film to fail so they can be turned around and be like Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy.
It's wild, man. Like once you know about this behind the scenes shit and narratives and the webs that are being woven, once you see this shit, it's like you can't unsee it, man, because it's like, where's all this coming from? And then you connect the dots and you're like, oh yeah, Abdy and DeLuca.
Just randomly. First it's The Rock and $7, and oh my god, they tried that shit was years ago, dog.
Crazy.
Was that or was that not years ago, Leon?
Yeah, it was, and it's nuts, man.
Oh, hey, glad he brought this back up.
Oh yeah.
Again, Why are WB afraid of Ryan Coogler? Because Ryan Coogler has it in his deal that 25 years after this film is released, he gets the rights back.
Yep.
That's why. And if this film is successful and he's able to launch a franchise that is then going to be given back to himself after 25 years, it could be game over for some of these people, because that's going to start being a thing with a bunch of the people that can demand that. Right? Yeah. Because there are certain people that can demand that. James Cameron, Martin Scorsese, Denis Villeneuve, right? Zack Snyder. You already know what
Snyder.
I was trying to name a few before I went there.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
I mean? Zack Snyder, dog.
Yep.
Yes, man. No, bro. No.
Alan, I feel you on Haley Steinfeld. Yo, she is such a sleeper beauty, bro. She's kind of hypnotic.
WB afraid of anyone with integrity. Yeah, man. No, that is a dangerous deal. Y'all remember how they kept saying that the Snyder Cut was going to set a bad precedent? Right? This is more of that.
Now, regular normal people, everyday below average lames like an RJ, were in articles talking about how that was set up. Why would you be siding with the suits and the studios, bro?
Crazy, bro.
Set a bad precedent for what? Crazy. Artist ownership and artists getting what they want, artist freedom,
bro. I ain't never sided with the industry in no situation.
With the empire, bro.
Except Drake. Drake is literally the only person where I was like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Nah. Hey,
facts, right?
Side with you.
Facts.
I ain't never in my life sided with the empire, dog. Except for that. But that's different. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, it is the same thing. It's like they are, look. Oh my God. But there's another situation in which I'm on the side of the empire, though, Leon.
Oh Lord, what?
Because this Superman movie needed some reshoots and they needed to cut some.
Yo,
hey, I saw that shit too.
Brothers,
I'd have been like, bruh, nah, this ain't it, Chief. This ain't it. Is it too late to take the trunks out?
Hey, facts. Just edit, man. Right? Could you imagine,
bro? Oh my God, bro.
In July when people go see that thing and he ain't got no trunks on, I'll be like, yo, that's crazy. It'd be a great move though, a smart move, heading in the right direction.
Is it too late to take the trunks out, dog?
Or at least make them smaller? Like, God dang, them bitches is huge, man.
Granny panties, dog. Wait a minute. Speaking of granny panties,
the whole reason that Superman's wearing these granny panties is because David Cornsweet said he wanted to not be intimidating, or whatever that means, to little kids. So that's why he put on these giant underpants. And you're like, who cares? I don't think anybody, I mean, you couldn't have gotten sexier than Henry Cavill's Man of Steel. And I don't think that was ever an issue. Nobody was like, not hide the kid's eyes.
Hey, yo, I just noticed something. Did you see, and I'm going to play it one more time. Bro, when she said Henry Cavill's name, she just got like a little smirk. Bro, watch this shit. Watch this shit.
Doing it, boy.
Bro, I promise, dog. Watch.
The whole reason that Superman's wearing these granny panties is because David Cornsweet said he wanted to not be intimidating, or whatever that means, to little kids. So that's why he put on these giant underpants. And you're like, who cares? I don't think anybody, I mean, you couldn't have gotten sexier than Henry Cavill's Man of Steel. And I don't think that was ever an issue. Nobody was like,
bro, you see that shit though?
Facts, right? Like,
she's like, hey, Cavill,
Facts.
Hey.
You see Henry Cavill floating down to rescue you. Oh my God, intimidating.
Bro, you can
hide your lady, bro. Better hope Superman is altruistic. Because
Hide
if
your
not,
wife, bro.
he's gliding away with your woman and anybody else he want.
Hey, just like that chick who was, you know what I'm saying, on top of the house, bro. That's a hey, you don't want her looking
After
at
she
you.
painted, yeah, they painted the logo, and she was reaching up like, "Save me," and he was looking down.
Yes, bro. You don't want your girl in that situation, dog.
Facts, bro. It's a wrap after that. How does this woman love anyone else?
He said
After
Grace
Henry Cavill comes down and rescues her.
He said Grace been killing it lately.
Woo! Facts.
He said Gunn is the intimidating one,
bro. Hey, did you see the that screenshot talking about I can't even say it, bro.
What?
It was about kids. Gunn mentioning kids or whatever. He said it. It sounded weird coming from him.
I don't know, dog. Hey, I saw this shit though. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, dog. Let's talk about this, dog. Let's talk about this.
Already on clearance.
Hey, hold up. Where RJ go, bro? Where RJ?
That's
go,
crazy.
Bro? I want to answer for this, dog. I want to
Already on
answer for
clearance.
this, dog. I want to answer for this, dog. Like real talk. Where he go, bro? I'm
That's crazy.
serious.
That's
Bro,
crazy.
I am.
Hey, you know what's funny too is those clearance racks. They don't just have that. You know what I'm saying? They could have been just putting that up. You feel me? So it could be filled with that plus, you know, whatever else is on clearance. So it's not like, oh, it's on clearance and they sold even they sold more on clearance. No.
Bro, it's hella inventory right there, bro.
Exactly.
This looks like Target, bro. Yeah, is this is?
Oh, that is Target with the logo.
I
on the
used
top
to
right,
work
yeah.
for Target, bro. I used to work for Target, bro.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Yes. No. This shit was on clearance, dog. Ain't nobody buying this shit, dog.
So you get what I'm saying, right?
Yes,
so
ain't nobody buying this shit. No.
To the right of that could be like something else too, like some I don't know what are water balloons that didn't get sold. Like the clearance shelf isn't just what you see there, right?
Yeah,
somebody
could probably all Superman shit though.
Right. And then at the bottom, but the point that I'm making is whoever was doing this was like, oh shit, we got a lot of Superman shit in this cell. Let me take a picture of this.
And the other shit on clearance is gone.
That exactly. That's my point. Because there could have been like some McFarlane toys, McFarlane toys that got shifted from the toy section. Because I'm one of them geeky ass toy collectors. Boy, I'll rummage through all these stores and I'll be seeing them on clearance. And then I'll be seeing stupid shit like this sometimes. And I'm like, what the hell? Why does this exist?
Sin Havoc. I'm gonna show them pictures next time, bro. That's funny as shit. He said, ASAP said, I wish my bills were 70% off. Bro, if we had 70% off on our bills, dog, like this Superman merch, bro, why is everything dealing with Superman on clearance, bro? Where's Josh right now?
I was just about to say, where's Josh about them shirts and them hats?
Josh had the pictures of the shirts and the hat on clearance, dog.
Bro,
right?
At a freaking Comic-Con, a comic convention, bro. They couldn't even sell the shirts and the hats. They put them on sale. It's like when they put this merch out there, it immediately goes on sale. That's wild, bro.
Crazy. Like when I be trying to argue with people about the Peacemaker numbers, I be like, bro, that shit did 645, bro, like somewhere around there. And people be like, oh my god, it was the biggest, bro. And you know what's so funny too? If you try to look up that information now, it's like extremely harder to find. Like
it's like trying to find
Jimmy Hoffa is percentages. All you keep seeing is percentages. Oh, it was like up this many percent from the season premiere and blah 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 blah. What was the numbers, dog? What was the numbers,
seeing
dog?
all the details of the JFK files before you'll find them numbers, dog. Hey, you're right. I looked that up a month or so ago, and I was like,
yes,
damn.
bro. Yes, it is hard to find the actual numbers.
It's weird.
Mama Bear said, "Big talk to my gloves." Yeah, nah, I'm just saying, like, it's like funny as hell how when we start bringing out these clearance pictures and shit, you know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
get quiet.
Everybody, don't nobody want to talk no more, right? Hey, it was calm down, Sky, right? You know what I mean? Now
Yeah.
it's, you know, and now it's Ghost when them pictures come out, 70% off, guys. Bro, you ain't never find no Zach shit, no clearance rack, dog. What's wrong with you?
Never. Even at the worst of his merch, which was like Mattel or some shit, when they had the Mattel figures, even them were sold out like crazy.
Crazy, bro.
You can find them on eBay now. People selling them on eBay and the aftermarket stuff.
Crazy.
And McFarlane got a hold of them. You can't find nothing.
I've never seen a Snyderverse toy in stores since 2013. Right, as soon as they get there,
bro.
They're gone, dog. Right?
I legit, because thank you, Zack Snyder, and I mean this facetiously, for making me a freaking toy collector now. I never used to do this shit until Zach's movies, dog. Thanks for nothing. But anyway, I'm blaming him for my impulses. But anyway, now, bro, I literally have to set an alarm. Because if I one day, bro, I messed around, I was 2 minutes late. 2 minutes.
Gone.
I was like, I was mad then.
That shit, bro, it's crazy.
Like, never happening again. I'm setting an alarm every time, bro.
Bro, $150 tickets for Full Circle, gone.
Oh my god, that was the biggest, most egregious. That was one of the things I set an alarm for, bro. We're talking hundreds. How much were them tickets, bro? A piece?
$150.
$150. And people were like, boom, boom, boom.
3 minutes.
I set an alarm, bro.
I think it was 3 minutes, dog.
If it said error,
I think they were gone in 3 minutes, bro.
And I thought I had one. I was like, yes. That bitch said error. I was like, no. And I was like, oh god.
That's why, bro. I will always.
And it's even worse with action figures,
bro. I will always tell that story, bro. I was throwing up, dog, over the toilet getting them tickets because I already knew. Yeah, I knew.
Yep. Hey, this man got him, and he was getting his ass whooped essentially, and he still got him. I was just, bro, healthy as fuck, chilling, and still couldn't get him.
Yeah, bro. I knew, bro, because of the toys, right,
bro, right?
That was just the most egregious thing because of the price of it all. Like, for there to be $150 intro, and for all of the tickets, even for the Universal City one, which was more than just 214 fucking tickets, and for that to be sold out instantly.
You remember the conversation we had? I didn't remember this until just now. The conversation we had about the ticket prices. I said, I'm glad they're that high because I know ain't nobody gonna buy them. I said, I'm good. I should be able to get them.
Oh my god, we did have that conversation.
Remember that, right?
3 minutes. Though.
I said, oh, bro. I said, I'm straight.
We did have that conversation. Oh god,
I'm getting all of them too.
Yep.
I said, I'm getting the last one of them. I was like, they ain't gonna be able to afford these tickets. Man,
3 minutes.
I underestimated y'all. I did not know your game. I did not know your game.
I was not familiar with your game.
I was not familiar with your game, Snutter Fan. Y'all proved me wrong. I was over here, I'm big balling, popping my collar, talking my shit.
450.
Error. I was like, what? What? And sure enough, shout out the homie Invictus came through in the clutch.
Right? For sure.
Came through in the clutch and hooked a brother up.
Said Jeremy Iron Alfred sell faster than these superheroes.
Bro,
these are facts, bro.
Facts. Hey, that action figure looks so dope. I can't wait to get it.
Leon, I got a question. Did you ever think that you were gonna be trying to collect the Alfred, bro?
Bro, no. No.
Oh my god, bro. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Wild, bro. Thank you, Mama Bear. Right, man. Look, y'all put y'all last questions and comments down at the bottom. We got about 12 minutes before I got to get on out of here, man. Bruh, what do you want to start with before we start giving our final thoughts?
I just want to say that the conversation we just had about Full Circle is apropos because of Pam Abdy and Mike DeLuca. So I'm gonna thank them.
Shout out to them, bro.
Shout out to them, just like Zachary Edward Snyder and Deborah Snyder shouted them out at Full Circle. So I gotta respect that. Until I see some receipts that are ironclad, I'm rocking with them. I'm sorry, and I will circle back and roast them if need be. But until then, I'm not about to bite the bait, bro. I'm good. We know who the potential enemies are. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that in quotations, right? We know who the potential, I'll say this. We know who the potential villains are of the story. And it's possibly Zaslav and probably a one James Gunn. I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute, bro. I almost forgot the biggest fucking piece of information, dog.
Oh, let's get it.
Zaslav just got a fucking raise, bro.
Oh my goodness.
We ain't even talk about that.
Oh my goodness.
We ain't even talk about that. He's got a fucking raise.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Right?
But Mike and Pam are the bad guys.
But Mike and Pam, right? Like, woo.
Hey, Snyder fandom that be online perpetually biting the bait. I'm gonna need y'all to stop showing your hand. I mean, one of them was I'm not gonna name names, but that individual, you know, is a bit of a scammy, and
crazy,
that individual bit the bait and was trying to perpetuate a narrative, just like that individual was trying to peddle out hate for a certain Wonder Woman. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
For $7 Productions.
Yep.
Trying to right. Why do all these things seem to coalesce?
Yep. Trying to peddle out hate for trending Rebel Moon.
Rebel Moon.
Why are we trending Rebel Moon?
What?
What are we doing that for? I just don't see the point.
I don't
understand. To show support for Zach with your dumb ass.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Sky.
What is a trending event?
What is a trending event?
I've never heard of a such thing.
It's
bollocks.
I feel like I'm just
crazy, bro. The fuck is going on out here, dog?
But that's who y'all rock with, I guess. I don't know.
Crazy, bro.
It's crazy, man.
Crazy.
And look, again, no one's saying you got to twerk for every suit that pretends that they like Zach or whatnot. But what I'm saying is there aren't breadcrumbs that lead to Mike and Pam being the villains. But this guy who's in charge of it all, David Zaslav, just got a huge raise. For what exactly?
For what? Company in fucking shambles, dog. Everywhere you look, shit flopping. Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy been the ones with the action.
Right. I just want evidence. Can someone show me a link to like Pam and Mike being the villains of the story? I don't know. Please help me out here.
Crazy, bro. Motherfucker can say, oh yeah, I already got notes on all these movies. Then the shit flop. What do you mean? I had nothing to do with these movies. What do you mean? Like, that was the prior regime.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
I didn't fire them. I just didn't hire them.
Facts. Crazy, right?
Man, what's your last thoughts before we start shutting?
I'm glad you said that about David Zaslav.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry that I almost let that go, bro. That was one of the main reasons why we was even gonna have this stream, bro. Because he just got a fucking raise, and I was like, why? This vexed me, bro. It vexes me.
It is quite perplexing. It is a conundrum in and of itself.
Yeah, 4% raise to $52 million a year, bro. Yeah, 4% raise, $52 million a year, bro.
Listen. I might physically harm someone.
Talking about M's.
I might physically harm someone who talks bad about Mike and Pam at this point. Like, are you kidding me?
right?
Are you kidding me? Y'all
But
gotta
nah,
be caping
bro.
for Suits, man. This is
Bro, this
insane.
is crazy, bro. Crazy.
Y'all gotta be caping for Suits to defend them against another powerful suit who's getting paid $50 million a year.
Yeah, it didn't flop. It just didn't succeed.
Yeah, that was a good one. Hey, that's funny as hell.
Oh my god. Anyway, final thoughts, bro.
That's pretty much it, man. I mean, look, Mike, Deluca, Pam, Abdy, until there's concrete evidence, they're not the villains, bro. Let's just calm down. Mike, or what's his name? David Zaslav is on some other. Ooh, hold on. We just got a major super chat from the producer, the illustrious, world-renowned producer of the Syndicate Network, the good Austin, member of the Cool Table. Man, wow.
Shouts out to the homie, bro, with the $50 super chat saying happy you day, Sky. Superman Day, right? Hashtag Syndicate is sell till it's sold. Just woke up from being cast out. You know I had to come through. Much love to my boys and to the chat. I got sparks in the furnace, blades in the fire. Man, much love to the homie.
Love it.
Much love to the homie, dog. Man. Let me give you some drops. Which drop you want, bro? Let me
put that in the chat, right?
He said it didn't succeed. It just didn't meet the quota. Alan Belk said it was totally successful at being a flop. You know what I mean? Bro, they over here trying to hide this shit, bro. They over here trying to say that this movie don't cost as much as it costs, bro. It's crazy how much shit has like been just changed or altered, bro, or like how many times the goalposts have been moved for this film, you know?
Yeah, it's necessary. You know, they're gonna need it. They're gonna need to hire more bots to go out there in July to help steer this narrative, because that's the only thing moving the needle on this. They got to contend with the fact that this looks like a dull movie at best, and then they got to contend with Fantastic Four that looks interesting to a large number of people.
Hey, man,
and Jurassic World.
Yo, I don't give a fuck. Fantastic Four look hard, bro.
I'm going to see it,
bruh. That
opening night.
There was a shot, bro, because y'all know I've been playing Marvel Rivals. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I've been playing Marvel Rivals. I've been having a wonderful fucking time playing that game, right? Bro, they got a shot from the trailer where he's like, where the thing is like running through those pillars. That shit looks just like bro. They put that shot in there on purpose, dog. That movie is, man, come on, man. Nah.
I think he has a few requests.
Nah,
he's got in there. Oh,
I got him. All right.
Thank you, Austin. Look. That's my favorite one.
I got you, bro. Hold on 1 second. Right. Hold on 1 second, bro. Oh shit. Wait, where'd it go? Okay. Oh, let me do this one.
Twitter, and I saw, man, the Zack Snyder fans are weirdos. I'm
Do you think James Gunn can reboot the DC universe properly?
Does this answer your question?
Oh my gosh. James Gunn.
Twitter, and I saw, man, the Zack Snyder fans are weirdos. I'm
Do you think James Gunn can reboot the DC universe properly?
Does this answer your question?
Oh my gosh. James Gunn.
Twitter, and I saw, man, the Zack Snyder fans are weirdos. I'm
Do you think James Gunn can reboot the DC universe properly?
Does this answer your question?
Oh my God.
Twitter, and I saw, man, the Zack Snyder fans are weirdos. I'm
Do you think James Gunn can reboot the DC universe properly? properly.
Does this answer your question?
Oh my gosh. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn.
Twitter, and I saw, man, the Zack Snyder fans are weirdos.
Do you think James Gunn can reboot the DC universe properly?
Does this answer your question?
Oh my gosh. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn.
Oh my god, bro.
I love it, man. My favorite shit, bro. Oh my god. And the combo with a 1-2 punch.
Okay.
Oh.
And then we got one more drop, man. We're gonna play this shit for the homie, you dig?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, where it is at? Where it is? Here we go.
Hold on, Drake. You ain't gonna say nothing else before, we continue the party?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just need a moment of silence for this. I see dead people.
Mustard on a beat, how deep, bro. Any rap nigga, he a freak, though. Man down, call an ambulance, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like, what's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many op really got? Mean it's too many options. Finish pass on his body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up the score with him. Walking down, whole time I know he got some pulling him, extra shit, bully destroying him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they're in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand down. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Bobby got a real taste, why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedestal. Stop, fuck him up. I'ma do my stuff. Why you pulling like a bitch, ain't you? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably
They not like us. 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 They not like us.
All right, yeah. Wait.
Yo.
Hey, one more time.
Twitter, and I saw, man, the Zack Snyder fans are weirdos.
Do you think James Gunn can reboot the DC universe properly?
Does this answer your question?
Oh my gosh. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn.
Twitter, and I saw, man, the Zack Snyder fans are weirdos.
Do you think James Gunn can reboot the DC universe properly?
Does this answer your question?
Oh my gosh. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn. James Gunn.
Bro, it's even worse with the picture on there.
Bro, what a background. I can't believe he said that about Zack Snyder fans.
Oh my god, bro. Whew.
That's hilarious, man.
Oh, shit. Okay, look, man. Bruh. I appreciate you giving your final thoughts, man. Much love to the
For
homie
sure.
Leon, bro. Yo, this stream was lit, man. Nah, as for me, I just want to say that it's dope waking up and seeing that Cavill is still king around here, bro. You know what I mean? And that the people feel that way. It's not just us. It's not just our pocket of the universe. This is something that the greater fan base and the greater movie going audience feels as well. Right. You know, no amount of propaganda, you know, content creators spewing, you know, trying to get all this, what's it called? Manufactured consent, it almost seems like, right? Like just people speaking as if these things are like are just you know, by far and away just
the law,
like law, or you know, the is the only acceptable opinion, right? Like it just seems like, hey, there are certain things that are cool to say on the internet and certain things that there just aren't cool to say. And I've been finding that more and more as I've continued my content creation career, right? And now you're really seeing it all kind of come together because you have all these different entities, right? You have WB and this fan base that they've been trying to take advantage of and slowly try to walk into this reboot situation for years. And you got the real Snyder fandom over here kind of breaking off and doing our own thing. You got people that are interested in this flopping because they want the price to continue to go down, and for other people to probably be able to make a bid on it, one of those companies being Disney, right? There's all these different things going on. You got the James Gunn crew and them, and they're trying to put out positive narratives, and you try to silence conversations that aren't so fitting for their film being successful, messing with YouTube channels. You know, like it's all types of stuff going on right now because we're getting closer and closer to this film coming out. And I just don't think that we're in a place where they're going to have this film fail and for them to blame James Gunn. You just see the writing on the wall. They're already trying to put these narratives out that it's Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdy's fault, even though they're having they've had prior successes of films coming out making over $1 billion, right? They have a successful film in theaters right now. Everything that James Gunn has touched has flopped. His movie isn't looking to do much better than some of these films, and yet the conversation never seems to fall on either James Gunn's, Peter Safran's doorsteps, or one David Zaslav, who I just showed you got a 4% fucking raise while this company is being driven into the ground. Right? Why are these things not talked about? That's like so weird to me. You know? Like, it's crazy that we have to be the ones to come on here and have these conversations and remind people of the actual history. Right? Why is everybody forgetting these things? This was the same thing that happened with fucking The Rock and $7, yo. This is the same thing. And it's crazy. ASAP saying, what? Yeah, we got the Schuster lawsuit. Right?
Yeah. Sin Havoc mentioned that earlier, and I forgot to touch on that. But yeah, we still got that lawsuit going on.
Crazy, bro. Right? ASAP says, I'm way more hyped for Fantastic Four, which is crazy as a DC fan. For me, too. It's crazy for me to... Bro, that was a dope trailer. That last trailer that came out, that shit's dope, bro.
It's very dope.
That was a dope trailer. I'm gonna fuck what y'all talking about. Like, I ain't about to... Right? Like, I ain't about to be in here capping, bro.
Oh, like, but the CGI and the this and the that and I don't give a fuck out of here. That movie look dope. That movie look dope, bro. It looks wholesome. It looks dope. It looks. I just like it, man. It just looks like something I want to see.
Bro, they literally I was seeing content creators literally like take like released stills from the fucking movie and trying to like put that next to like zoomed in screen grabs and shit and talking about look at the difference in the downgrade. Right. I'm like, bro, you guys, bro, come on, man. Come on, bro. Bro.
Pixelation off.
Bruh. Like shit that be look, bro. Look, Rebel Moon didn't look in the fucking trailers how it looked when I saw that shit on the big screen. Did it, Leon?
Facts, exactly.
I don't give a fuck about no screen grab, dog.
The beauty of social media is that like we now know that none of that shit matters. Y'all can get out here trying to act like that movie ain't gonna watch. Yeah.
Right.
Watch.
Yeah, and I was mad that they gender swapped the Silver Surfer too. But guess what? I
Same.
got over it. It's like, all right, fine. The movie's coming out now.
It still even kind of annoys me when I see it.
Is it gonna be?
It's not gonna stop me from watching the movie though.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna be another $100 million flop. Yeah, bro. But it's gonna be our fault, man. It's gonna be our fault, right? But anyway, we got to get on out of here, man, because I got to go get on to this center screening. You dig? So, any final thoughts before we close out, Leon?
Hey, that's it, man. This stream's been amazing. It's been a party as usual. Thank y'all for pulling up. Chat is amazing. Thank y'all for sending in the super chats. Thank y'all for supporting the Syndicate Network and Zack Snyder Cell Movement. Sky, doing it with you as usual is a pleasure.
We out. Yep. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Bang.